Every agent that calls you is going to say the same three things. They have every market, they have the most volume with the market, and they can save you money. Here's what none of that actually means and what you should really be asking instead. I'm Brian Dale, Truck Insurance Insider, Chip founder, 25 years in truck insurance, former underwriter, I've run my own trucks, and I've helped start, grow, and scale trucking companies from the ground up. Today, how to hire the right insurance agent. Not the one who talks the best game, the right. Having every market and having volume don't necessarily mean what you think. Let's take a look at both of these up front because you're going to hear them constantly if you don't already. We have access to every market. Okay, maybe they do, but access and relationship are not the same thing. Think of it like this. I can hand you a list of every restaurant in the city. You can even claim to know the owner, but that's completely different than walking in and having the chef come out and give you a hug. The owner isn't there most of the time. The chef is the one who matters. In trucking insurance, the chef is the underwriter. The person at the insurance provider who actually decides whether to cover your trucking company and at what price. Same goes for volume. We write more business with this market than anyone. Even if that's true, does that volume relationship belong to the agent handling your account or to the agency as a whole? Does your agent personally have the standing to pick up the phone and have a real conversation about your submission? Volume is a marketing tool. Relationship or telling the story in underwriting language is what moves your account. So that takes me to my next point, which is speaking underwriting language. This is where the real difference lives. A qualified trucking agent doesn't just fill out applications, they speak underwriting language. They understand your CSA and basic percentiles, not just as numbers, but as a narrative. They know what raises flags and builds confidence. They frame your account in terms that an underwriter responds to before the file ever lands on their desk. Same goes for underwriting on the back end. The agent's going to know what checks the boxes and what affects rates and what your potential pitfalls are. So when you're interviewing an agent, ask them to explain your CSA scores to you right now. Ask them what story that tells. A real specialist will walk you through it without hesitation. A generalist may change the subject or speak vaguely. Point number 3 is the advisory role beyond the policy. The right agent isn't just going to place your coverage. They're advising your business. They've reviewed your policies and procedures and given you real feedback. They understand your business structure. I've had conversations with clients about when it's time to form a holding company, separating their assets from their operating entity, protect everything they've built. And that's not a conversation about premium. That's a conversation about protecting your life's work. So that's just one example. A real advisor is going to be proactive. Don't only hear from them at renewal. They call you when scores are trending in the wrong direction or when your risk is changing. They flag issues before the market sees them and maybe before you even do. They know your short and long-term goals, your drivers, your challenges, not just your radius and what you haul or the information to fill out an application. And here's the most important thing. They will tell you what you don't want to hear. They'll tell you if your rate's going to go up regardless of what another agent promised. They won't overpromise to earn your business. That's what trustworthiness looks like in this industry. So the right agent does exist. They're not the loudest voice calling you. They're not promising to beat everyone's price. But when you find one, do everything you can to hang on to them. Next time an agent calls, ask them which underwriter they call by name at their top trucking markets. Ask them to explain your scores to you and ask what they would do differently with your account. Those answers will tell you everything you need to know. I'm Brian Dale. This is Truck Insurance Insider. Share this with another trucking company owner who's about to make an subscribe. We're just getting started.